Continuing on our series on who owns privacy in your organization, in this video we are going to talk about the role of HR with respect to privacy. Welcome to my YouTube channel where you daily see new content on data privacy, and as I said, let's talk about the role of HR in handling privacy in an organization. Is HR responsible? Yes. Do they have personal data? Well, HR is the department that has lots of personal data. Actually, they deal with personal data only and complete variety of personal data. Right? They need all different kinds of personal information of anyone who walks in an organization to attempt to get a job there. Basic information, contact information, family details. You get selected, your financials, your banking details, your provident fund details. Sometimes even you get credit card approvals from your organization, your loan approvals from your organization. They need that information to file taxes for you if you are eligible in that category. Now that's on the financial part. Biometric attendance, healthcare information. A lot of organizations even provide insurance against that healthcare for you and your family. That means your family information also needs to be there in detail with them, right? So they have a full variety of personal information for any individual to be collected and stored with HR. Any single mistake could lead to massive breach. The bigger problem here is, or the bigger important thing over here is that this breach would be of the internal employees' data. In a way, you would say internal customers' data, which in any case is so relevant that if it goes wrong, then you could have a lot of issues in the market, your company's brand valuation and all. And on top of it, your internal employee, if he's confident about organization keeping in their privacy as a relevant thing, he would be able to deliver privacy related service to the external associates or customers also. So what HR must do? Key things that an HR must or should do: they should collect only relevant data. Now this is a very questionable point when it comes to HR, because they need so much of information that sometimes it might be difficult to say only relevant data. But then they have to be very, very careful that they are not collecting anything extra, at least at the time of collection when they need it. For example, someone walks in for an interview. Do you need his banking details? No. You give an offer letter to someone. Do you need his banking details right now? No. Let him join. Right? In the first couple of days of his work, you can then collect his provident fund and banking details. So they need to be careful on the timing of collection, the volume of collection, and also very important that do they have proper consent or proper purpose of what they are collecting. So if I'm not giving medical aid, if I'm not giving insurance, then why do I need healthcare data for my employees until I get into that scheme, right? Now when I get, suppose today I pick up an insurance company who wants to come up and do insurance for all my employees, then I should collect only the data relevant to that insurance company and nothing else, right? So they have to be very, very careful on that. The only catch there in HR case also is that there could be some overlap with other jurisdictions, right? Provident fund might be asking something for which you cannot give an option of consent to your employee. That is fine. The act says that if any other jurisdiction wants, then you can use the data and retain the data according to the need of any other jurisdiction. And with HR being connected with so many other departments, provident fund, third parties, ESIC, that in such cases they can always override the requirement of a consent. It would be like deemed consent kind of a thing, that for PF requirements has to be done. HR should insist and ensure that wherever their data is being stored, whether on-prem or whether it's SaaS application, there should be role-based access control, and their storage should be very, very secure. Auto-encrypted kind of thing, embedded privacy by design. When HR will store something, it will get encrypted. Share data externally only through secure channels for sensitive data. It's more relevant to finance, this example, but for finance sending a email to the bank for transfer of salary, it should be encrypted. Password protected, maybe if the attachment is there. Have clear retention policy, and HR has a lot of work to do here. For how long would you retain a resume of an employee who just applied? Sorry, a candidate who just applied. Either you rejected the resume or you rejected the candidate after interview, but for how long are you going to retain the resume? If you have appointed the candidate and he hasn't joined, then for how long? And if he has joined and is working, then when he leaves, for how long would you retain his data? Right? These are very important factors that HR has to document and apply. Obtain proper consent with real purpose, right? Granular individual or column consent, and ensure complete third party assessment. Contracting documents should include privacy clauses. For example, background verification. Now, one is that as an employee, someone joining in knows that most of the companies will do background verification. And I've seen a lot of forms that come in that we have taken an undertaking that we will do background verification from your ex-employers. That's one way of it. The second way, which should be more logical and it needs an effort, is where you say, we are going to share this information of yours with the third party to enable them to get background verification done so that we are sure or we have completed the compliance of background verification of an individual who has joined us right now. So both ways you can say are correct. If he has to join the job, I have to share and I have to get BGV done. But the better way is to inform him and take a consent that this piece of information is being shared with this third party to get your BGV done. That increases his confidence. Same as what I said about insurance. Collect only what insurance needs, share only what insurance needs, right? And this collecting, purpose, consent, sharing with third parties, retention policies, these are all the pillars of privacy. Monitor third party compliances. You would need a lot of third parties. PF consultants are external, finance consultants are external, and you give them salary details. Your this we just talked about BGV is external, so you need to be very sure about their compliances as well. Strategically, if you are able to do good compliance and maintain privacy for your employees, you build an internal trust. Gives employees a reason to respect privacy not only for himself but also for his fellow colleagues and external parties, because now he understands the relevance. Compliance reduces the risk of audits, and strong privacy practices is equal to better employer brand. So that's about HR's role with privacy. I hope you like the content of the video. Please press the bell and the like icon. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and share your feedback in the comment section. Thank you.